Hello again, everyone. You may remember that on Sunday I mentioned we went up to the Easter service at Winchester Cathedral, and this was the order of service. And I looked at that and I thought, oh, I could do that. People say to me, where do you get your inspiration from? And the answer's kind of anywhere, really. And I saw that and I thought, I'm going to have a go at doing this. I thought I've got some leaf dies I can play with. Actually, I can't find the one I was looking for, but that's neither here nor there. But I have found some. This one is a two-parter. It's an outline, and this one is it could be the top layer if you wanted. I could perhaps even try that. But what I've done is use the top layer instead of cutting it to emboss it into the bottom layer. And I thought to myself, I've got this one. I think this one's a bit small for the technique. So I don't know what kind of leaf this is. I believe it was Neat and Tangled, the original die. I'll show you what I did. So I cut one out like that and then pop this onto the top like so, onto my rubber mat. And in fact, I did tape those down because I thought it might shift. I'm going to try it without and just to see. I taped it kind of to itself, if you know what I mean. So let's just see. Oh, it didn't move at all. Wonderful. And there is my embossed leaf. So I've got a bit of relief on it. The next thing that I did was to slice it up into sections, as this was sliced into sections. So I've got one that I did here earlier, and I did something else to it that I don't intend doing this time. I coloured these, each section, with Luscious Powders. But after I'd finished, I used a little black soot on a dauber, sponge dauber afterwards, and it's dulled it down completely. So I'm going to do the same process again with one of these leaves. And I'll also do the same process onto a black one, because some of these colours are what they call interference colours. And that means a dark background or a light background will interfere with the colour that you get. That's my explanation anyway, so let's just see. Next thing I'm going to do, I'll just put that on one side for a minute. I'm going to slice these up. I'm going to do two different techniques on the white ones, and one of those techniques the same with the Luscious on the black. So it's a bit awkward to cut out. I like using this because there are measures either side of the cutting line, but I would have preferred one that went down straight, but that's kind of neither here nor there. And I cut it off, try to keep it level with this line here to start with, and I kept moving it to this line here and then cutting. So there's the first piece. Move it up to there. Keeping it straight and keeping it down is the tricky bit with this. Next piece. Up to that line. I could do it backwards from a chopper trimmer, but I thought this might be slightly easier. And the last one. This is the one that's going to be tricky. Trying to hold it still enough to cut it. You have to kind of press down and push forward at the same time. So that's that. So there's my first one. Now let's do a black one. Same thing, up to that. I think it's is it a centimetre? I don't know. Whatever it is, I'm going up to it. Try and keep it sort of level there. Okay. Okay, so I've got my black and my white, and I'm going to do the Luscious Powder technique with these two. So just get a small bit of silicone and put these pieces on, because I'm going to dab them with Versamark. Luscious Powders need something to hang on to. If you just put them onto a piece of paper, a lot of it will just brush off. But if you want the colour to be captured, you need water or Versamark or something like that. So next thing, I'm going to put Versamark all over these pieces. Put them over this side now. I think they've got it on. Okay. Now I'm going to use a soft brush and just dip into the powder and brush it onto the card. Pretty, isn't it? Right, I'll hold it still, the next one. I'm just going to use a piece of paper towel to dust off the brush between applications, just to get rid of a bit of the previous colour. Now this, oh sorry, that one was called Raspberry. As far as I can see, Luscious, there is not a sort of pillar box red. There's not a really bright red. It's the nearest thing I've got. Ooh, look at this. Oh my. Isn't that something? That's lovely. There is a fixative in Luscious Powders, but I am going to give it a spray. I've just got some hairspray. I'm going to give it a quick burst with. Okay, so that one was Rusty Bucket, I believe. Yes, Rusty Bucket. This one is Bottled Sunshine. Oh my, Bottled Sunshine. Oh, look at it. Isn't that fab? My goodness. The next one I've got is Copper Green. Copper Green. Look at that. Ooh, lovely. And the last one is Verdigris. Lovely. Now what I'm going to do is just lift the whole thing into my spray box and give it a quick burst with a little hairspray. Okay. Now I'll just wipe my little piece of silicone. Now I'm going to repeat the process with the black. Let's see the difference. Here's my Versamark. Perhaps I'll put them on this way. Make sure we've got this the right way up. Right. Let's repeat the process that I did there on the black. Okay, the top one was the raspberry. Next one was the Rusty Bucket. Don't you think these names are wonderful? Next one was Sunshine. What is it? Bottled Sunshine. None of those is an interference colour, is it? I wonder about the copper green. This may well be. I'm thinking this one may come out copper rather than green on the black, but we will see. Oh no, it's very green. Look at that one. Right, that's not what I thought it was going to be. If I'd used the grungy gold, I think that's an interference colour. How about the verdigris? Let's see what the verdigris does. This looks greeny on here. It looks more coppery on that one. Okay, I'm just going to pop these into my spray box and give them a quick burst as well. That one looks like it's lost a bit of colour in the middle. I'm going to do that one again, even over the top of the... That was the green one, the copper green. That's a better colour, isn't it? Okay. Put that on here. I'll give that another spray as well. I'll just give these a clean up. What I thought I'd do with this last one is to colour them with markers, similar colours to these, but then go over the top with some of this gilding polish from Cosmic Shimmer. This one's called Enchanted Gold, because obviously the markers won't have any mica in them, and this does have, and we will get a you know, a sheeny, shiny, slightly glittery finish. So let's just do some colouring on here. It's a bit deep. I'll go down the whole of the left hand side now I've started. Okay, there's the red. Now, orange. Let's do a bit of a darker stuff down the left-hand side again. Oops. The embossing was a little bit deep just there, I think. Just try and get it back together again. Okay, with the orange. Now, a sort of a musky sort of yellow. That's a lot of difference there, is there? Okay. And the next colour is green. G300 this one is. And this one is G240. Okay, and the last one, Verdigris. We'll use a sort of a brownish shade, I think. And they're on the yellow spectrum here, Y7 and Y8. I don't know which one's darker, really. think that'll do. Right, now I'm just going to add some of this shimmer. Let's condition this a bit. I did spray it before I put it away, and it just needs getting back into condition. I think the top actually wasn't squished right down properly, so a little bit could get out. Okay, let's see. I think you'll find that these are quite interesting. Let's just get those off there for a moment. Look at them. Let's look at them side by side. See what we think. Well, there they are side by side, and I think it's quite interesting, these two, because this one was done like that one, but with some black soot put over the top. This one started on black card with just the Luscious Powders. This one is white card, markers, and some luster polish. And this one is white card and just the Luscious Powders. Interesting, isn't it? I don't know if you've got a favourite. What I'm going to do is put some foam tape behind the pieces. Mount that. This is just a small card. It's half a sheet of A4 that has been cut across the middle and folded like a book, and with the matching panel or matching proportionally sized panel. I'm just going to put one in the middle of there, and then a one-word sentiment, I think, which I haven't found yet. So I do quite like just this plain white card with Luscious and a squirt of hairspray. That does help to, I mean, they have got a fixative in, but it does help to keep it more sort of contained. So it's interesting, isn't it? But that is my attempt at interpreting the order of service from Winchester Cathedral on Easter morning. So I hope you found it interesting. Look at the end of the video and you'll see the finished card. I'm just going to pop it up and put it on there, and I will take a look for a sentiment. So there we go, another day. This time next week I'll be making sure my case is packed, ready for my holiday. So the car's coming in the afternoon, so we will be off. So there's lots to do between now and then. So thanks for watching. And while I'm away, if you could just perhaps look at some older videos that you may not have seen or may like to revisit, that would be wonderful. Just to keep the old YouTube algorithm ticking over, that would be absolutely splendid. So there's about 700 odd videos to go at. So as ever, thank you so much for watching.